Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uncensored Minds Reloaded, episode 149. Here, we are here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Make sure to like and share the video. Tap the live notification bell, please. If you are not a member, make sure you go and grab your memberships. Merchandise is available for all of the brands, under the TaylorMade Incorporated. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to say something in the chat so that we know who all is here. Roll call, S Gang, what up tonight? Erotic Zone. We got a great episode, so make sure you grab your wine, grab your water. You are now tuned in to the world's greatest conversation. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, people? Make sure y'all like and share the video, as each said. Before we get into the icebreaker, I do want to do a quick PSA and a couple of updates real quick. First and foremost, another podcast that I was watching, just bit the dust. So, when we come on and do this show, people don't know the amount of work that goes into this and the time and the energy that we put in behind the scenes. I want to say shout out to both my co-hosts, to Ish and Nell, who's in the air right now. So what's up, Nell? um, y'all put some safe travels in the chat for Nell. Um, I just want to say thank you to both of them, because this doesn't work without us being able to respect each other, for us to be able to say anything to each other, and for us to be able to agree to disagree and still, keep it pushing forward.
Yes, yes. Welcome and thank you, sir. Thank you for this
Um,
platform.
a couple quick updates with Jeezy and Miss Jeannie Mai, right? Eesh, it's coming
Yeah.
out that the whole irreconcilable differences is they never talked about family values. They never talked about things like religion, the way that they want to raise their child, and things of that nature. So I always question, why don't people have these conversations? When are you having these conversations each? When you start, engaging with a person, wouldn't that be a conversation that you think you should have before marriage?
Absolutely. I feel like these are the conversations that need to be had early on. And it doesn't necessarily mean the first few conversations.
I'm doing that
However,
shit for a few conversations. Go ahead.
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be. That would be the most smart because then you can kind of see if you two are aligned.
Right,
Um, on the core things. You know what I
right,
mean? Because if you're not aligned on the core things, well, then, okay, I'm going to put this in a category where we just going to have fun because
right.
I can't necessarily have children with you if our even if we have different religions or different beliefs or whatever the case may be. If we can't see eye to eye on certain things, then it's no more rat for real. For real, we just going to keep this in a good space, in a fun space.
Facts. And I always say, without that alignment, where are you really going? So it's like, if you start messing with a Muslim guy, and then y'all have a kid, and then he wants to raise your kid to be a Muslim, now you beefing.
Thanks.
But you knew he was Muslim when you start messing with him.
Right. What did you think that he was not going to want to implement his religion in his child's life? That's
Right.
crazy to not think that. So,
So I'll be lost. So a lot of times, people, before y'all get into these serious relationships, no matter how good you're vibing, no matter how good the sex is, have these conversations about your long-term thoughts, goals, all those kind of things, the vision for your life, the things that mean importance to you, how you would, if you want to continue to have more kids, things of that nature. These are conversations that you're supposed to have before you get serious. I
facts.
don't be understanding it. I don't be
Mm,
understanding it, man. So
I
each,
agree.
they're saying that, Jeannie's fighting back. She doesn't want this to end. What do you think?
It's okay to not want to let things go. It's okay to not want to face failure. It's okay to not want to allow another person to move on without you. But the bottom line is if he's already set the precedence for how he's going to move, then sis, you don't have no choice but to let him go. You know what I mean? You don't have no choice but to let him go. You can't hold him hostage. You can't fight for somebody who doesn't want to be in the ring. So let him
Plus,
go.
also, you have to know what the fuck is the word for it? What is the point that you won't go past, or what is the things that you won't compromise on? So there's certain things that if you're not aligned, that if you love somebody, y'all can meet in the middle somewhere and compromise. And then there are certain things that you not gonna budge on.
Right.
So if this is a thing that you're not gonna budge on and they're not gonna budge on, then you have to know what this is. You have to know that this can't go too much farther because I know what side I stand on and I know what side she stands on.
Right. Right.
So let's stop the nonsense, man.
Exactly. And life values are not like what kind of food we like or
Right.
where we want to go hang out or what type of movies we want to watch. Like something
Right.
that you could just glaze over and sweep under the rug. Like that's some real major shit and that's going to cause major problems. So sis, you just need to gracefully bow out, let the man go ahead and enjoy himself and grow as an individual.
Thanks. I do have some information on the shy. As I was telling y'all before, if you like a show, then watch the show, support it, make sure you stream it, make sure you get your friends to watch it. So the shy people are going to be looking for the next episode next week. And the next episode is not coming on next week, people. It's not coming on next week. They're on a mid-season break to be determined. So to be determined means when we feel like it or when the people employ the attention required for us to bring it back. So if it's not getting the ratings that it's supposed to get, they'll bring it back. Right now, it's still not scheduled to at least 2024.
My.
So they'll bring it back whenever they want to bring it back. So if you don't support, the shows that you like and all things of that nature, you know, it's it's going to be they're going to cancel it. Like they're canceling our shows. It's
Yeah.
already the writer strike, so they're canceling stuff. So we don't know when the shy is going to be coming back or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
support the stuff that y'all like. I ain't gonna keep telling y'all. Y'all listen. Y'all hard headed.
Flags. And
Y'all
this might
hard
give
headed.
me an opportunity to catch up on the
Right.
shy because regretfully I am not caught up. So this might give me an opportunity to catch up kind of quick. But just piggybacking off of what you just said, what's going to happen here is going to make people scramble and start looking to private sectors to fund and to people to tap into their own creative geniuses and start writing themselves instead of outsourcing the writers. It's going to put a lot of people in different positions to make shit happen. And also a lot of the writers who are on strike, like you said last week, or the other night, like they're starting to do other things and tap into other talents. So which means that once the strike comes back, like people might
They
not
gonna be
be
busy.
aligned the
Right.
same way. They gonna
Right.
be doing other shit and making other shit happen. And so like you said, we got to support the shows that are still standing, so that way they can continue on and we can continue seeing our content on the screen.
So as it stands now, they did just leave us at episode 8, I believe, and it ended on like a cliffhanger. So now we're gonna have to wait all the way till next year just to get the end of this season. So
Yeah, that's
you know,
crazy.
everybody who was looking out to see the shot next week, it ain't coming.
I
it
can't.
ain't it ain't coming, people. Sorry, it ain't coming, man. Let's get into the icebreaker for this week, man. This is for the greedy ones. Ish, I don't know if you're still on your mommy makeover or not, but this is a question that I just had. I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts, and y'all can chime in the chat as well. So I need y'all to put these in order from first to last: lobster, crabs, and shrimp. What is your favorite from first to last, or from best to last, between lobster, crabs, and shrimp. Go ahead, each what you got.
Just like you wrote it. Just like you wrote
You
it.
going lobster
Lobster,
first?
crabs, lobster first. Lobster
Oh
first.
man, we don't even
Yes.
like
But let
lobster
me
like
tell you
that.
something. Let me tell you
Go
this. I
ahead.
will say I have to prepare my own lobster.
Okay.
Okay. Because not all the time when you go to restaurants, you know what I mean? You can even go to a great, amazing seafood restaurant and they don't prepare it. They overcook it. It's tough or whatever. I have to literally do my own in order for me to enjoy it the best. But that's my favorite. Lobster, crabs, shrimp. Yep.
Mhm.
What's
Uh,
yours?
Mine is shrimp, crabs, and then lobster. I'm not
Really?
big. I'm not big on lobster.
No.
What's
What
up?
is it about lobster you don't like? Hey.
It doesn't taste better than crabs or shrimp to me. Shrimp is
Really?
my favorite, and then I'll go crabs, and then I'll go lobster
Mhm.
last. Like a lobster is just what I see lobster as a delicacy. Like people, it's something like a stunt move. That's how I see it.
Right. I got you. I got you. I got
Lobster is
you.
more like a stunt move. It's like caviar. Like we don't really care about caviar, but people know it's a stunt move.
Right, right. I actually love the taste of lobster. Like that is just one of my favorite things. I can eat it
Um,
in any
can
form
you,
it
can
comes
you
in.
can you help Lady B out because this is
Crabs, king
not
crabs, and
this is
she
not
just said, "Listen,
this is
I
not
don't
the
give a fuck about
place.
shrimp. I don't give a fuck about lobster. It's the crabs for me all day long." She says all kind of crabs, right?
Right.
She said, "Fuck
Right.
all everything else."
Diana is saying shrimp, crabs, and she don't really see. Yeah, Diana, I'm rolling with you, man.
Diana, I gotta cook it for you. Just one time. Let me
Are
cook it for
are
you.
you putting some flavor to the lobster?
I'm putting flavor to it. I
That's what
am
I mean.
like,
The lobster needs flavor, man.
yes, I am cooking it to perfection. Like, ugh, mwah, mwah, chef's kiss.
What's up, Danielle? I see you in the chat.
Painting, yeah.
Yeah, man, I do think that lobster is a delicacy just to show off.
Right.
Low, low,
They think
low,
it's right.
low,
I
low
be
flex,
listen, I be
low
here
flex.
slurping it up like I got 5 million in the bank.
But that's what I. But do you is the taste really like you really like the taste
No,
over
I
shrimp
do
and
really
grits?
like the taste. Like, let me tell y'all before, like when I was younger, I never liked lobster. Like never. Um, I tasted it and I was like, ugh, disgusting. But I had lobster ravioli, oddly enough, at my wedding.
Hmm, okay,
It was good for something, y'all.
I'm not mad at that.
Lobster ravioli at my wedding with a lobster tail on top, and that's when it just took off for me. So
Shout out to the people that don't like seafood. I don't know where y'all from or like who raised y'all or like I
Angelia,
don't get it. But
mama.
shout out to y'all. To each his own. Shout out to y'all.
Mhm.
To each his own. Shout out to
Yeah.
y'all. But that is the icebreaker for today, man. Put those in order and continue in the comments in the chat. Put those in order: lobster, shrimp, and crabs. Your favorite to your least favorite, man. All right, Ish. Is everybody ready for the messiness, man?
Oh man, because it's messy.
All right, we have to start off with the big dog, man. It's all over the place. It's on everything. It's on mainstream news. It's on underground news. This is not a new story, people, because I follow battle rap, so I've known about this story for months, but it's never been confirmation. So I didn't want to speak on it. I don't like to speak on things that are alleged, but it's getting messy and it's getting over the top, so we have to talk about
Thanks.
it. Eesh.
Yo,
What is happening with Remy Ma?
Remy said, listen, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Ain't that what he said? Remy
See?
does what she wants to do. Remy's outside. Listen, this is
All right, Ish,
wild.
I'm gonna run the people through the story real quick. I'm gonna try to summarize this as quick as I can because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. All right, people. If y'all don't know, Remy Ma is a female rapper from the Bronx, 43 years old, I believe. She did 6 years in jail for shooting one of her closest friends who had allegedly stole like $6,000 out of her purse. So she had to go to jail and do this 6 years. She was messing with the rapper from I think he's from Brooklyn, I believe, Papoose. She started messing with Pap. They got married while she was locked up. Pep had held her down the whole 6 years. He was calling, going to go see her every day. They were having their conjugals. That's very important. They were having their conjugals. They got married, and they had another wedding when she came home. They have a new baby girl. So they've been married for 15 years, I believe. And this whole thing of black love is their brainchild, which is, black love over everything. We stand with each other through anything and all things of that nature. So Remy Ma started out in battle rap. So she wanted to, go back to battle rap and help out the new girls, and, you know, pay them more money because the guys wasn't paying them, and make sure they were dressed and their hair was done because they was looking like trash before Remy got into the
Yeah.
business. So
Fact.
Remy started her own league, and she was jumped back into battle rap. So as she's getting back into battle rap, she's noticing that the guy she needs, some of the guys to bring attention to her league. So she comes across either the block captain, who's from Philadelphia, who's buzzing. He's like the hottest thing smoking in battle rap right now, and she signs him as her artist. So he's becoming the face of her league, which was supposed to be a female league, but she needs the men to bring attention to the league. So she signs him, and now he's her artist. So now he's supposedly, working for her. Or just supposedly, this is supposed to be just business. Then all of a sudden, Remy has an event where it was an all female card. So it was no guys battling on the card, but Easy is there to support her because he's her artist. He's supposed to be there. And Pap's also there. So the questionable thing about this is a story comes out after the event that Papoose knocked Easy out behind the scenes, and nobody had seen or heard anything. So nobody knows if this story is true or not. But the main question about it is in battle rap, like people say there's all kinds of rumors. There's tranny rumors, there's somebody fuck somebody's mom rumors. It's all somebody don't take care of their kids. Somebody's a snitch. It's always rumors, so you don't know what to believe because everybody says anything about anything to everybody. So you don't know it's true. But nobody from none of the three people denied the story. So they all skated around the story, and nobody really addressed if he got knocked out or not, or if Easy was messing with Remy. So now time goes by, the rumor is still floating around, but nobody's still speaking on it until Easy gets into a battle with somebody from LA, Geechee Gotti, who's another top battle rapper. So it's Easy, Geechee Gotti, and Remy Ma on the stage. The battle's on Remy's league, and Geechee goes right at Remy's neck. How could you fuck the help? How could you cheat on Pep? X, Y, and Z. He does a whole round speaking directly to Remy's face, saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" So now mainstream media is picking up this story, trying to see if this is true, trying to see if Remy cheated on Pep. There's been questions about if Remy and Pep are still together because they haven't been seen together or posting each other how they normally do, because they normally always scream black love, and you always normally see, both of them together or supporting each other. But all of a sudden, this is not happening. So also, there's been rumors about Remy being spotted with Easy, going out to Red Lobster, her in the background speaking when he's on live. So it's all kinds of messiness going on.
Oh,
Each
wow.
is Remy fucking Easy.
Well, let me start off by saying this. Shout out to Rem
Yeah,
and Pat
I'm tired.
because let me just say, shout out to them because although they are or might seemingly be going through some shit right now, the black love, the black love that they did place into the atmosphere, no matter what they're going through now, you know what I mean? Support, riding out, children, family, like they still emulate black love. And it's true black love because nothing is fucking perfect. And I
I
think
don't
that's
think they
what
still
people,
emulate black
you
love.
don't think so? Because
If-
don't black love does, don't people go through shit?
right,
Like it's just so highlighted for them because they're stars, but in all
right. But
actuality
that's why
they,
I always say you shouldn't put all your business out on Front Street, because if something happens, it's going to come back to bite you.
right, right. But I feel like even though they are going through their thing and she might be stepping out, it's kind of look like she's stepping out.
Right,
Nobody's clearing anything up and it's
right.
kind of hush hush. I still feel like there is still black love there.
There's black co-parenting going on right now.
See,
There's black
it's some black
co-parenting going on
love
right
going
now.
on
This
there.
is not black
It's
love
not
going on right now.
perfect. It's not
Right.
perfect, and people have to
I
go through
agree.
their
I
their
agree.
things.
But my whole scenario about this is this, Ish. All right. Let's say Pep cheated on Rem, right? And this is Remy's getting her lick back, right?
Mm-hmm.
How big of a lick back is this? This shit is like the biggest lick back anybody's ever seen.
I mean, listen, if you don't want a response, don't like how can we say what lick back is supposed to be, small, medium, or large?
No,
Like,
no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad if she's getting her lick back. I'm just saying that it fucking hurts. If you papoose, it fucking hurts.
facts. This is why you should just play where it's safe. This is what
All
I
right,
be trying to tell people.
all right, Ish. So let's say that Pap didn't cheat and Remy just stepped out on Pap. So now, how does Pap feel that all of this is in the news? He was in the forefront of black love even more than her. How does that make him look? And how does that make the whole relationship look?
I mean, yeah, it's wild. It makes everything look wild. It makes Pap look a little wild. It makes the actual whole Black Love movement look a little wild. I get it, but it ultimately we have to remember that shit happens and
Mm,
people go through life and things change, and
mm.
we don't know what conversations husband and wife had behind closed doors that might have set something up for her to be able to do what she wanted to do, and it just got out of control. We don't know what the situation is, so I just feel like Pat might look a little crazy, but he gonna still be standing strong, like, because
If
he's a
this
good
whole
dude.
thing is a publicity stunt, Janine, I don't want to hear nothing from none three of the people. I don't want to see or hear not another word from none of the three if this is a publicity stunt, because y'all doing a lot for no reason. y'all
Yeah,
doing a lot
this
for no
would
reason.
be a crazy
Like, if
publicity
nothing was
stunt.
going on, Remy could easily squash this. I know it's not our business. She could do whatever she want to do. She don't have to explain herself to us. But once you become a public figure, once you stand behind black love, now you kind of do owe us something.
Yeah,
So she could have easily squashed this and just said, "That's my artist. Y'all bugging. I could be seen with him if I want to. We're working."
fix,
and
fix.
and everybody would just have to shut the fuck up. But her, him, or Pat not saying anything is just leaving the whole thing to be a snowball. So it's a big snowball rolling over the world right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling
And
over the world.
everybody just twiddling their thumbs, just
Right.
waiting to see what is going to transpire from all of this, like what's going to happen next.
Fact.
I know I am. I know I
Fact.
am. But yeah, Remy could totally smash this, squash this, real quick. But
Facts. So if you're a papoose and you are the one that held Remy down for the 6 years that she was locked up, and you promote black love, and y'all just had a baby girl, and you wanted to have another baby, how are you, like, how is this even a thought to fathom if it's not true?
he's probably crushed and devastated. Like, we know how hard Pat ride for Rim. Like, we've seen it for years now. Um, so he's probably not handling it the best. Hence why he had to nuck when he
Why, yeah,
bucked. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
um
It's just difficult for him to probably maneuver right now.
I understand the optics or the fake news angle to bring attention, But once it starts being about your family and all that kind of stuff, that's a little you going a little bit too far.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I feel like you're going a little bit too far, but that's my just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. And then not only that, when it comes to throwing hands,
Right.
physical harm, physical hurt and harm to somebody, it can, spill over. What if Easy's ego was hurt by that, and then by being up on the stage and getting like ran down, like he got ran down by the bull, like that then could turn into gunshots. Like egos play a big part in a lot of this as well. So you got to be careful with a lot of this shit because it could get messier.
Mm. Right. So even in that vein of sacrificing your public image for a bag,
Mhm.
that still plays on people's psyche. That still plays on people's ego. That still leaves, the avenue open for, yeah, we was playing at first and then something really happened.
Right, right, right. And then it gets way out of control.
Right.
And then it's like, oops, we didn't mean for it to go that far.
Right.
You know
So
what I
who
mean?
side you on, Ish?
I'm on Rem's side.
You
I'm
on
on
Remy's
Rem's
side?
side. I'm on Remy's side. I'm
Ladies in the
rocking with
chat,
him.
because if
I'm
this
on
was a
Remy's side.
guy, don't
No, no,
start
no,
your
no, no,
mess. If this was a
no.
guy pulling these moves that Remy is pulling, it would be a shit storm.
Listen, I am on Remy's side. It's not condoning cheating, not any of that. We don't know the story. The reason that I'm on Remy's side is because I stand behind an individual that is able to you know what I mean, pursue, whether it be right or wrong, pursue some sort of happiness within themselves, no matter how it looks to others. So I'm gonna stick with Rem. We don't know the true story. If some shit comes out and it's a little different, I might switch it up and go to Pat.
All right. Are you in support of Rem if this is true because you feel like people should be able to change their minds no matter, if they was in a 15-year marriage or however long? Do
Yeah,
you feel
people.
are you standing in support of her because of that?
Yes, solely. And I'm not, like I said, I don't condone cheating. I don't, condone people not being honest with people. Again, we don't know the conversations that have been had. So we don't know if it had came to a turning point in their marriage where, whatever. Now, in a marriage, you should wait and to do anything until maybe you're legally separated or divorced to do
That's what I
anything.
mean. That's my next question for you, Ish. So if
Mhm.
her and Pep have agreed to separate or whatever, right? And she's free to do whatever she wants to do, why not just say me and Pep separated and I'm free to do whatever I want to do?
Yeah, and
So
that's
y'all
what
can shut the fuck
Tiana
up.
did. Right. That's what Tiana did, and she shut the shit down
Right.
right quick, real quick. Um, right. And it doesn't seem that that is the fucking case,
Mm.
obviously. But the reason, like again, yes, that is the reason that I stand with her, because she's not conforming to something that is not making her happy ultimately. And something's not making her happy there.
All right, ladies in the chat or fellas, everybody in the chat, let me know if whose side y'all on. If y'all think this is too messy, do y'all believe that it is true or not true? Lady B says she's gonna drop. Lady B, Remy Ma has not dropped music, and I love Remy Ma. Don't get it twisted, but Remy Ma has not dropped music in years, and she's not since All the Way Up, and she's not dropping any music anytime
She
soon.
not, you don't think she gonna drop no music? You don't think this is the
No,
ba da 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 da? She about to
no,
drop some good shit that she
no.
ain't cheat. She just out here
What she's
giving us
about to
this
do is work
music.
on her next card for her next battle rap event.
I can't. I
That
can't.
is not what's happening. This is not a music play. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Angelia says this is one of her favorite couples, but maybe it just wasn't her for her anymore. Yeah, I stand behind that too. Like sometimes people can grow and change and want something different. I'm not mad
Thanks.
at that.
Thanks.
I'm not mad at that.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, solely that is how I'm feeling and what I'm standing on. I mean, things can definitely get out of control and get messy.
All right, we're gonna keep it pushing to some more messiness, but we'll keep y'all updated as the details come out. As I watch battle rap
Yes.
every day, people, I'm locked into this. So
Yeah.
we will see what's happening, man.
Yes.
What's happening here, Ish?
Listen, this whole Nicki Minaj and Cardi B resparking of the beef stemming from what is it, 2017, 2018,
Right.
drama, madness.
A fight at the Met Gala.
A file at the Met Gala. Shoes was flying, punches was thrown, people was lumped up, just a lot of nonsense. It has now re-sparked. And on top of resparking between Nicki and Cardi, their husbands are now involved. So as we know, Cardi B is married to Offset, formerly of the Migos, and Nicki Minaj is married to Mr. Petty, who
Right.
is convicted. What? Say what? Oh, okay.
Is it
Well,
alleged or it's confirmed?
it was confirmed. I thought it
Uh,
was confirmed that he was convicted of it.
So is he a convicted rapist or is he a convicted pedophile? What is he? What was he convicted?
Well, if I can recall correctly, the charges were reduced down, but there are still some sexual offenses. I don't know for certain exactly what he was convicted of, but he was in fact convicted because he violated his probation by sending checks. I'm sorry, by sending text messages or online social media messages about Offset, which had him violate, and now he is on house arrest for it. So he is currently serving a sentence for sexual misconduct of some sort. Again, I don't know the exact charges, so I won't speak on specifically what. But he's serving house arrest right now for 120 days, I believe it is, for sending threats to Offset online. So it is getting nasty.
So do you think Offset is a snitch?
No, he didn't need to snitch. This he Mr. Petty said it online.
I'm
Probation.
mad that his name is Mr. Petty first and
Yeah.
foremost.
First of all, Mr. Petty is very petty. But
Facts.
probation do actually watch you know what I mean, the pages
Right.
of their probationers.
Mm.
And it didn't Offset didn't need to say nothing. It was out there for everybody to see, and he violated um his probation. So
I do want to say that Nell was confused about like why is the husbands getting involved and things of that nature. And I told Nell that us as men, as much as we want to stay out of women's business, once your wife looks to you like with that face, like once your wife looks to you with that face and she's pissed off about it, she kind of just puts you in it. Like you don't want to get into the women drama, the cattiness and all that unnecessary, but you have to stand with your wife. And when she looks at you and gives you the face, you in it.
whether you want to be or
Yeah,
not, you in
whether you
it.
want to be or not, you in it.
Yeah, yeah. But the problem is with that shit is going to get real messy if it don't curb soon
The
because
problem
they
with
already
this
talking about.
is all y'all is famous and rich except for you, Mr. Petty. You're like a street nigga.
Yeah.
You just a street nigga that happened to, latch on to Nicki. But everybody else is rich and famous, and it's way too much on the line to lose to be going through this cattiness. And this all came out during the VMAs. Remember when the VMAs first came on, Ish? And I was like, wait a minute, Nicki and Cardi is in the same building? And I
Yeah.
was like, what is happening right now? Are they getting
Right.
along?
Right.
And soon as right after I said that is when we saw that they were not getting along.
Facts. It went up after that.
Right.
It went
So
up after that. I don't
hopefully
know.
hopefully they keep the drama to a minimum. They already have done too much. And to be placed back on house arrest, I and told y'all several times. If y'all stay tuned to the Uncensored Minds episode 149, that's going to come on right after this at 9 o'clock. Y'all will see me talk about house arrest. But nobody wants to be on house arrest. And to be on house arrest just for making a video yourself threatening somebody is like one of the stupidest things ever in life that you brought on yourself. Now you on
Facts.
house arrest for some nonsense. And
Right.
any real street nigga would know not to do that.
Exactly. Now the microscope is back on you,
Right.
sir. The microscope is back on you because probation was already riding you, right?
Right.
For what you're on probation for.
Right.
Now the microscope is back on you because you sending threats. Now, should anything ever happen to Offset or whatever the
Right.
case may be, they coming right to you. Like
Right.
everybody know to just shut up. What are you
Right.
doing?
This is horrible, man. But Prayers to everybody involved, man. And hopefully these girls could stop the nonsense. They've been beefing all these years over nothing.
Oh,
Like they've been beefing all these years over nothing, man.
over nothing. I can't even tell you exactly what it is that they beefing about over one of the videos or
It's
something. What
nothing,
was that
man.
video?
It's nothing. It's just
Yeah,
I want to be number one. That's all it is.
right,
That's all it is.
exactly. Everybody, it's wrong for everybody to be number
It
one.
ain't no beef. It's
Right.
all over nothing, man.
Lordy.
Make sure y'all stay tuned at 9 o'clock on the channel. Our regular Uncensored Minds will be diving into our deep topics. We'll be going live right after this, and each has erotic zone, so y'all don't want to miss that. So make sure y'all tune in. We have one more topic to get into before we get up out of here. And East, somebody told a story. What happened?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Wait a
know
minute,
how I
wait
was
a minute,
put.
wait a minute, wait a minute. East, I'm gonna play the video for the people so y'all see what we're
Okay.
talking about.
Way harder to have a conversation with my now wife,
Right.
who wasn't at the time, but my now wife about it. Like, you try to think of everything possible.
Because you're thinking about what you're going to say, and you're also thinking about how she's going to react.
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking about it all. And
Right.
It's all scary. One, the whole situation is scary enough.
Right.
You're a public figure. That's scary.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But you've hurt. You know that this is going to hurt.
You know it's gonna
someone
hurt. You
that
know it's gonna hurt.
That you've been building a relationship with and a life with. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
And no matter what people say on the outside or what people want to think, this and that, like ultimately, like you got to sit with you and you got to sit with this person if this is who you're going to be with.
Right.
And I had to sit with my wife about this. Well, my now wife about this, and had this conversation.
You told her before it became public.
Yeah. I did.
Because I don't know, D-Wade, if she'd have stuck with you, if that thing to come public and you ain't have the conversation with her.
Man, listen, let me tell you, I couldn't have gotten through that moment without her sticking with me. You know what I mean? Like it was we were in the playoffs. I think even in going into the finals, that whatever year that was, man, that was a rough time for me, bro.
So you got a lot on your mind.
You got a lot on your mind. You're keeping something from people you love,
Right.
And it's heavy. At night when it get quiet,
Yeah.
it's just you and your thoughts.
Yeah.
Them thoughts is loud, and it gets loud up here
Right.
in his mind. And so it came to a point where, way before, and I tried to pussyfoot around it. I tried to break up with her.
Yeah.
And, hey, things has been bad lately. Hey, we've been having a little distance in our relationship anyway. Like, I tried all that.
Right.
She kept showing up. And so it hasn't been perfect. It would never be perfect. But that was 9 years ago.
Right.
And we go to therapy.
Right.
We've been to therapy.
Right.
We've had shouts about it. We've had regular conversations about it. And so it's been something that is going to continue to be something that I have to work at and work
Right.
on. It doesn't
Right.
go away because years come or because
Right.
I say, I'm sorry, or whatever it is. And so
Is that the hardest part of it, D-Wade? To know that you've done this and it's probably always going to be a source of contention. It's always going to be something that could possibly be brought up. It might be 10 years from now. It might be 15. You guys might be 75 years old.
Yeah.
And you still might have to.
Well, when it comes to my wife and I, yeah, that's hard. It's always there.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to my son,
Mm-hmm.
that's hard for him.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to always be there.
Right.
He's done nothing.
Right.
It's a stain that's on him for no reason.
Right.
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 And I think about that more than like we're adults.
Right.
And we're going to get through it.
Right.
Or we ain't going to get through it.
Right.
Right. We're adults in this space.
Right.
This is a young kid.
Right.
Who has already got a negative impact next to his name.
Right.
And he hasn't even had a chance to accomplish
Right.
something. And he already got a negative next to his name because of how he was brought into this world.
Right.
And I think about that. I think about my the son that bears my name.
Right.
And I think about my wife. Like, of course, I think about all my kids. I think about it all. But ultimately, what I do know is, at the end of the day, this is my family. This is my story.
Yep.
We gonna get through this. How are we gonna get through
Right.
it? But we gonna get through it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, I think, time, distance, space, it doesn't help it, but it allows you to see things differently when you have time away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And so my wife and I, 9 years later,
Mm-hmm.
are in a different space where we're able to have different conversations about
Right.
that moment,
Mm-hmm.
about the future of my son, about how we want to incorporate, how we want to be. And that's just one aspect. of this long journey, right? But ultimately, for me, it's all about making her understand that I'm continuing to grow. I'm continuing to, to work on myself. Not understand, but show her,
Right.
right? And she's showing me.
Right.
This goes both ways, but
Right.
in this instance, but also too at the same time, love my kids.
Right.
This is my story.
Right.
And I didn't ask for it to all be this way.
Right.
I don't know what's coming in the future, but right now, this is all mine. And so, as good as it look or as bad as it seems, it's mine.
Right.
And I'm thankful to even have the good in my life, and I'm also thankful to have the things that's a little uncomfortable to talk about and deal with and experience, because that makes you live a full life.
Right.
And so, that's all I'm trying to do. Just trying to figure out a way to live a full life together.
Okay, people. So that is D Wade explaining about how he had to tell his before they were married. Like, I believe this happened like right before they got married. Him having to tell Gabrielle Union that he got another girl pregnant and there was a baby on the way from his side chick. Whether they were on a break or not, who knows all of that. But it's hard for a man or even a woman, however it plays out in these positions, to come to their partner and say either I'm pregnant or I got somebody pregnant. So Ish was saying, tell me, nigga.
Tell me. Just
Tell me, nigga.
Tell me. You got to commend him for being able to have those hard conversations. And he didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but he still did it anyway. Tell me.
But that's a little twofold because he's a public figure, so it would have came out. If he was a regular nigga, Ish,
it would have came out eventually.
Yeah, it would have came out eventually, but would he have been as quick with the information?
No, not necessarily. He might not have been as quick with it, but if he was smart, he still would have let it go and said something.
All right, so y'all let us know in the chat if y'all would want your partner to tell you, what was going on, and or would you leave them once they give you this information? Now, normally, say it's a guy and he's in this situation, like I've been in this situation before, and the girl's supposed to get an abortion. So if the girl's supposed to get an abortion, do you still want to know?
You know what I said. I said, hell yeah. I want to know everything. I do not want to be in the dark about shit. Tell me whether you think it's going to hurt me or not. Tell me we either going to work through it or we're going to separate, whatever it is we're going to do. But tell me, fuck that. I want to know everything.
So everybody in the chat, do y'all want to know everything? Janine is saying yes. Tell me either I can accept it or reject it. See, that is the main thing right there. Y'all want guys to tell y'all everything, but then once I tell you the truth, now you leave me. Now I feel like maybe I shouldn't have told you.
See, here's the difference, and I know we gotta get ready to wrap this up. Right? Here's the difference. You either can tell me and deal with the possibility of me rejecting it, or you can go on with the rigmarole, have me find out from another bitch, and then get fucked up.
Now
your choice. Your choice.
Now we getting violent. Here we go with the violence.
Tell me.
Now we getting violent.
I mean, it's your choice. Period.
See, this right here. She said, I've been through it and I couldn't do it. And this is why the guy wouldn't be in such in a rush to tell you. Because now I lost my whole relationship off of what y'all don't understand is that sometimes y'all think that this be like a whole grand another relationship, but more than likely this just be like a one-off or something that was like, all right, we was on a break, so I was smashing that for like a week, but I don't even really like sis. I don't want to be with her. And so now you lost your whole relationship over something that wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. I know. Just don't do it. Don't do it. And don't build your relationship and don't have your relationship standing on lies. That's it.
I agree.
And then that'll all be good.
We gotta stop being outside people. Damn.
Damn. If you want to be outside, just be outside. Let the person go and live their life and be cool and not give them any additional scars.
Outside is closed, people. Outside is closed. We do not want to be like Remy all over the news. Outside is closed now, man. No more outside. Outside closed. Outside closed, man. We gotta get up out of here. Make sure y'all get up over to the next live, and we will join y'all in the chat. Deuces, people.
Deuces.